Now on Nightside, people from all over Spokane gathered downtown tonight to celebrate the 4th of July with family and friends. We'll show you the highlights.
The 4th of July fun might be over, but the sunny, warm weather continues. I'll let you know how hot it's going to get in the first alert forecast.
200 homes evacuated, 200 acres burned. A wildfire near Olympia, Washington is spreading. You're watching 4 News Now Nightside. People across the inland Northwest are celebrating the nation's birthday today. Thanks for staying up with us. I'm Aaron Luna.
I'm Kirsten O'Connor. People in Spokane gathered in Riverfront Park. It was kind of glittering as I was driving back from dinner break with all of the cell phones that were lighting up. A lot of people enjoying the holiday with family and friends tonight. New on Nightside, our Peter Choi shows us the highlights from tonight's event.
Happy 4th of July. Riverfront Park is filled with people with red, white, blue shirt and American flags, and they're ready to spend this holiday in the most American way.
What's more American than wearing the colors of the flag, enjoying food vendors, and riding the roller coaster at the summer carnival? Hundreds of families and friends descended on Riverfront Park to celebrate Independence Day.
I think just seeing the people and watching the people walk through and just seeing everybody kind of enjoying themselves, it's kind of neat.
April Bordway came here with family hours prior to find a perfect seat for the fireworks show.
We got here about, I think, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Holy cow! And it's worth traveling far for the celebration.
We came in from Othello and just spent the day down here and spend the evening and can't wait for the fireworks.
For others, they said the 4th of July means more than just watching fireworks.
It means our freedom and all the things that we enjoy in our country.
Well, we're a big military family, so independence means a lot to us.
And it's not just explosions and crackle of fireworks. The Spokane Symphony with an appetizer before the main course. And the grand finale, red, white, blue fireworks lighting up in the sky. In Spokane, Peter Choi.
Happy 4th of July!
4 News Now.
Online reporting for nuisance fireworks is open until midnight tonight. You have a few more minutes. Once you file a report, it will be logged and the correct jurisdiction will be notified. You can make those reports at your website, at the website on your screen. That's srec911.com. If there is an immediate threat to life or property, call 911. Well, it was great weather to watch the fireworks tonight. If you stayed out late, you might have needed a sweater.
You won't need one in the coming days. We're headed to the 90s. Here's Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
Well, if you stayed out late, you might need a mask as well. It is amazing what fireworks do to our air quality. If you've checked our air quality lately, you're probably a little shocked. We are deep in the hazardous range in Spokane right now. A little bit of that is the wildfire smoke settling in from Canada, but you'll notice in places where the fireworks have been, we find that our air quality is in deep, dark, unhealthy, and in the hazardous range. And if we were to zoom out over the nation, you would see in most metropolitan areas where there is a big fireworks show, the air quality is kind of in the pits. We are still dealing with that haze on the horizon from Canadian wildfires. However, for the most part, that is not settling down to the surface and impacting our air quality. Meanwhile, our winds around the region are generally light, but we are watching some winds coming down from the Purcell Trench. You'll notice in Hayden, winds have picked up. In Post Falls, winds have picked up. And you may get the wind chimes going at your house here in the next hour or so. We've had some thunderstorm activity mainly north of the Canadian border that's created some gusty outflow boundary winds. Those winds are working their way through North Idaho, again through the Purcell Trench. We're at 0 right now in Spokane, but they may pick up. So again, if you hear some sounds of gusty winds at your house in the next hour, that's what's going on. It won't last long, and we're looking at wind gusts only in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range, but it might wake you up a little bit as you're heading to bed tonight. Tomorrow, a high temperature of 88 degrees, hazy sunshine with an average high of 80, and it gets even warmer in the 7-day forecast. I'll tell you all about it in just a few minutes. Kirsten?
Chris, thank you. New on Nightside, a fire is spreading near Shelton, Washington, just north of Olympia. Over 200 homes have been evacuated so far. This fire is an estimated 200 plus acres. A strike team, Air Resources, and the State Fire Marshal's Office personnel are responding to this fire. No injuries have been reported so far. We're going to keep tabs on it. No word yet on the cause of the fire.
10 homes have burned and hundreds more are threatened by the Tunnel 5 wildfire near White Salmon, Washington. A Girl Scout camp also had to be evacuated. The fire's more than 500 acres in size. Patrick McConnell says his home survived the fire because a few years ago, he stored a water tank under the house and connected it to a sprinkler system.
We did the remodel. We just, let's do this. And I didn't ever want to use it. Tested it every spring, drained it out every fall. Never wanted to use it, but he pulled the trigger, and it worked.
The fire's burning on steep terrain fueled by dry brush and timber. McConnell was just one of many people impacted by this fire.
Those who came to the area to celebrate the 4th of July had to rethink their plans. New on Nightside, Carly Olson reports.
Washington State DNR is reporting that the fire has not grown in size since Monday night. It remains at 533 acres and 5% containment. We also know that Washington State Route 14 remains closed between mile markers 53 and 63. And we spoke with folks who had to figure out other plans for the 4th of July due to the fire, including some who were there right after it started.
We literally were just driving by and it was just red flames, and yeah, it was very close.
Aurora Weddle and her husband have been camping out near White Salmon since Saturday, hoping to celebrate a peaceful holiday. Instead, they were some of the first to spot the Tunnel 5 fire when it started on Sunday.
Well, we just got done golfing 9 holes, just having a nice, relaxing time, and we go by and we see this fire that's just like engulfed, like huge. And my husband's like, let's call 911 because I mean, it was just going to go quick.
A level 1 evacuation notice drove some campers out of their RV park, leaving more space, but less to celebrate for 4th of July.
We were actually going to go see the parade and the fireworks, but that also got canceled as well.
Those canceled plans and some lingering smoke didn't stop others in town from hitting the water for the holiday, but it wasn't quite the same.
Usually we would have a big party at the event site at Cascade Kiteboarding with live music and food and barbecue, but obviously, because of the fires, we didn't feel like it was appropriate to celebrate.
Many visitors stayed upstream to avoid the heavier smoke and aircraft.
We want to stay as far away as possible from all that operation. You got helicopters dipping their buckets in the water to try and help save structures and everything else, right? And so if we can stay away from them so they can do what they need to do, I think that's better for everybody.
As crews fight the flames downriver, those upriver watch and wait and enjoy the activities they can.
That everybody's weekend, 4th of July, has been impacted, and we're all kind of shocked and trying to make the best out of it.
Time for a quick look at sports. I'm Julian Minenson. Over the weekend, it looked like the Seattle Mariners were only going to get one All-Star this year. Well, that has changed. Mariners outfielders Julio Rodriguez and starting pitcher George Kirby were added to the American League All-Star team as injury replacements. Rodriguez is replacing Houston Astros star Yordan Alvarez. He's making his second All-Star appearance. Rodriguez is also competing in the Home Run Derby during All-Star Week. Kirby is replacing Tampa Bay Rays pitcher Shane McClanahan. Kirby is making his first All-Star appearance. Now, with Rodriguez and Kirby joining Mariners teammate Luis Castillo, Seattle has 3 All-Stars, and that's the most since 2018. And as you can imagine, it was quite the reaction when they all found out.
Just find out we have a couple more All-Stars. Oh, yeah! Where's George? Yeah!
Awesome stuff. And Mariners manager Scott Service, who made those announcements, was also named to the American All-Star coaching staff, so he'll be there as well. Remember, the MLB All-Star game is set for July 11th. That's a week from tonight. We'll have coverage for you right here on 4 News Now. Live in the studio, Julian Minenson, 4 News Now Sports.
Julian, thank you. Coming up, why Seattle firefighters are blaming the destruction of 3 townhomes on illegal fireworks.
And a federal law that prohibits people from owning a gun if they have a restraining order against them could soon be no more. A victim of domestic violence shares her experience. That's next on Nightside.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Nissan.
This is your summer to smile, to raise your glass and reconnect, to reel in the fun and savor every bite. To help you get ready, your Aspen Dental team is celebrating 25 years of affordable care with an epic Summer of Smiles event. Don't miss enjoying a moment with our on-site labs to help you fast and 20% off your denture care. So whether you need a new look or a quick fix, you can celebrate with a smile all season, always at Aspen Dental. Book today.
Hi, I'm Ken.
And I'm Donnie.
We lead the advocates.
The advocates fight for each of our injured clients. We take on big insurance and get big results.
We're both advocates, but we're very different from each other.
That's true.
I say potato, she says...
Potato.
Oh, I guess we're the same there.
Potato. Do people say that a different way?
Potato.
Who says it that way?
Never mind. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
Kootenai Humane Society is now Companions Animal Center. We invite you to our fundraising event at the exclusive Hagedon Gardens at Casco Bay. Enjoy a boat ride there and back, cocktails and hors d'oeuvres. Funds raised will go toward our new center for homeless animals.
Summer days by the pool make for some of the best memories, but not every child gets the chance to swim in the sun.
This July, with help from Numerica Credit Union and the Spokane Parks Foundation, kids swim free on Fridays at City of Spokane Valley pools. Numerica Credit Union is excited to offer free swim Fridays with the Spokane Parks Foundation as they enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
Pop the champagne, humanity. We've done it.
Celebrate your night with big winners, shocking thrills, and living legends.
No, I've always thought of you as Dave Jr.
Oh, every hair on my body is standing up right now.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gamma Knife.
Thanks for staying up with Nightside. In Seattle, firefighters are blaming the destruction of 3 townhomes on illegal fireworks. Soraya was home minding their own business when an ember from somebody else's fireworks landed on their roommate's balcony, igniting furniture and starting to spread. At the first sign of smoke, they grabbed their dog and ran.
Just like, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. That's when the window blew up. Explosion, it was just like, and then I had to keep going.
Well, the glass shattered, cutting their feet, and now everything the roommates own is covered in ash. They say they have renter's insurance, but it's not going to cover everything that was lost.
Social media platform Twitter is one of the quickest ways for fire departments and other emergency services to alert you about fires.
But changes with Twitter in the last couple of days mean those tweets aren't being seen when it really matters. If you tried to use Twitter this weekend, you likely had some trouble. The app is starting to limit how many tweets people can view, which local firefighters say is troubling while we're right in the middle of peak fire season. The Spokane Fire Department has used Twitter as a foundation for its communication with the public for over 10 years. Its Twitter account has a direct feed from dispatch, sending out crucial fire updates in real time.
Specific needs that the community might have during the case of an emergency. So any kind of throttling back that is done on the platform can have a pretty significant impact to our ability to be successful.
Spokane's fire chief added that apps like Pulse Point are a great alternative while Twitter is adjusting.
High temperatures today about 5 degrees above average. We were in the mid 80s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Few 90s around the region, including in Lewiston, Moses Lake, and Omak. We're going to be a little bit warmer tomorrow. But first, with the very dry air and light winds for the most part, other than that brief gust of wind coming through in the next hour or so, we will be able to cool down nicely into the mid-50s. High temperatures tomorrow close to 90 degrees with that hazy sunshine. Now, if that wildfire smoke gets dense enough, even though it is off the surface, that can impact our temperature. So that may be adjusted down if it's a little bit more dense. It's coming from the major fires that have been burning in the boreal forest of Canada. We've had a northerly flow the past few days. days, bringing that wildfire smoke into our region. Beautiful sunrises and sunsets. We have had a few isolated showers. Doesn't look like much up along the Canadian border, but again, that is producing a gust of wind that will be moving into the Spokane area here in the next hour or so. It will not last long. Our forecast radar shows a few high clouds drifting through overnight. Otherwise, mostly clear skies and a sunny day tomorrow. Overnight lows tonight will be down in the 40s and 50s in most locations. Just Grand Coulee and Wenatchee staying in the 60s. High temperatures tomorrow in the 80s and a few more 90s on the map. And Spokane will be up in the 90s on Thursday. Friday, we have a change in our weather pattern with more of a westerly flow, and that is going to help disperse that wildfire smoke, clear up our air, but it's not going to cool things down much. We're going to stay in the 90s through the weekend. I'll be back with your 8 to 14 day forecast in just a few minutes, Aaron.
Chris, thank you. Spokane police and the SWAT team ripped up the front door of a North Spokane home this morning, trying to get a man who wouldn't come out. Officers then flew a drone inside looking for him. Police were called to the neighborhood on East Broad in North Morton. That happened around 9 this morning. Neighbors told 4 News Now there was some kind of dispute in a front yard. The suspect was eventually carried out and was loaded into a patrol car around noon.
New on Nightside, the Supreme Court is about to tackle a major Second Amendment case. The justices will decide whether a federal law that prohibits people from owning a gun if they're accused of domestic violence and have a restraining order is constitutional.
CNN's Josh Campbell has that story.
His anger was not controllable.
For many victims of domestic violence, everyday life is hell on earth.
It can be something as simple as me doing my makeup. It'd be a breakdown. The fights will start.
We spoke with a young mother who doesn't want to be identified because she is now in hiding after fleeing years of abuse that took a potentially deadly turn.
He started intimidating me with his guns. I fled. That was the breaking point.
The guns?
The guns. Yeah.
She sought a restraining order, but proving her case was tough. A judge initially refused to grant one and denied her immediate sole custody of her child.
I know I'm no good dad, so I had to leave her.
It's okay.
I had to leave her. I had to allow her to go back there.
After repeated attempts, she got custody and a restraining order, forcing the man she accused of abuse to relinquish his guns.
The hope is them removing their guns or have to turn in their guns, will keep you safe.
That sense of safety was shattered, she says, after a new controversial federal court ruling that lets certain people accused of domestic violence keep their guns.
The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals in Texas looked at the case of a man who was challenging the federal law that bans guns for people who are subject to restraining orders.
The court, covering Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, ruled that law was unconstitutional, calling it an outlier that our ancestors would never have accepted, language the Supreme Court also used in a New York ruling last summer.
This is strictly because domestic violence was not considered a crime by the founders. Was it a law back then? Does it have roots in our American history and tradition? If it wasn't, then it doesn't have to stand.
It's devastating.
The ruling has stunned domestic violence victim advocates like Carmen McDonald with the Los Angeles Center for Law and Justice.
It's not even logical. 230 years ago, women didn't have the right to vote. Slavery was legal. Domestic violence laws weren't even on the book. Marital rape was legal.
U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland blasted the circuit court ruling, petitioning the Supreme Court to decide on the case. DOJ telling the High Court more than 1 million acts of domestic violence occur in the United States every year, and the presence of a firearm increases the chance that violence will escalate to homicide. On Friday, the Supreme Court announced they will review the controversial case next term. Some gun safety experts say the danger posed by abusers with guns could split the court's solid conservative majority.
Many of us use technology like smartwatches to track our workouts, but other people may be keeping track too. How to protect your personal information, next on Nightside.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Fully loaded, fully electric. The Audi Q4 e-tron. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Whether it's readying your remodel, getting some getaway time, planning those perfect moments, turning your side hustle into a full-time gig, or consolidating your bills into one easy payment, you don't need to wait for someday to do the things you want to do. Achieve tomorrow's dreams today with a Momentum Home Equity Line of Credit. And when you get in motion now, you'll get a special introductory rate for the first 6 months. Get a jump on your dreams today. Horizon Credit Union. Your path, our purpose.
Another weekend spent running errands. Hang on, I wonder if I can Instacart some of this stuff. I need to get paint for the deck, more cat treats and litter, and essentials for the week. Wow, Instacart's saving me trips to multiple stores, which means I can actually enjoy my Saturday and finally have time to play catch with the kids. When you want to run errands without running in circles, the world is your cart. Visit instacart.com or download the app and get free delivery on your first order.
The Jennifer Hudson Show is here. Everybody put your hands together. I gotta talk to you now.
I left work to come.
You left work? They gonna see you. He's with me today. We're lighting up daytime, baby.
And you're going to bless people every single day.
We're giving back, lifting each other up. Something hits you in your heart. We're doing it all. Yeah! Mama Hood, coming to the rescue.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, weekdays at 2, only on 4 News Now.
Yeah, buddy.
Own the elements. Quattro in the Audi Q5.
Let's go, buddy.
Is it your day to water? Know if you are odd or even and be water wise this summer.
Here are 4 things to know about your weather. We've got more hazy sunshine for the next couple of days. A warming trend also. Potentially the warmest weather of the season so far, in the 90s by Thursday. Less hazy by Friday. We'll see a switch in our upper level winds that will help push some of that haze out of the region. Our temperature trend over the next 7 days, we're above average right on through the very end. 92 on Thursday, and we have another chance on Sunday. That would be the warmest day of the season so far. We haven't had any extreme heat. Thank goodness. No triple digits. Our warmest day so far has been 91. This white line is average. That is down in the lower 80s. Now, here's our trend looking out then July 12th through the 18th. This from the Climate Prediction Center. And we're in the gray for most of the inland Northwest, indicating there's nothing to have us think that our temperatures will be either above or below average, something we don't do very often, and precipitation, a chance of above average precipitation, which would be a treat right in the thick of our wildfire season, although our average precipitation for the entire month of July is less than a ½ inch. So even if it was above average, it might not be as beneficial if we had above average precipitation in other months. Beautiful pic of the night tonight. This is from Kimberly on Lake Coeur d'Alene. Such a gorgeous sight with the sun sending crepuscular rays through the clouds and the atmosphere. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much, Kimberly. I'm sure that was a super fun place to be today, Aaron.
Oh, it's beautiful. Gorgeous. Thank you, Chris. As the weather warms up, sunscreen isn't the only protection you need. It's important to protect your eyes, too. Radiation from the sun can cause cloudy vision over time, called cataracts. And chlorine in swimming pools can weaken the eye's protective barriers, increasing the risk of infections and irritation. Sunglasses with 100% UV light protection and swimming goggles are your best bet to protect your eyes. Healthy habits like staying hydrated, eating leafy greens, and foods that contain vitamin C and omega-3 fatty acids also add up and benefit your eyes. Many of us use technology to track our workouts, but other people could be tracking them too.
You'll want to stay vigilant and protect your personal information if you use an app while exercising.
These apps can be fun. They can help you be a better runner or hiker or biker or whatever. but you really have to be responsible about how you use them and protect both your digital and your physical security.
So one suggestion is masking your identity by using a fake name or a screen name, and don't use your real birthday either. Another tip is don't let strangers follow you. Hide your exact start and end points, and look for a setting within the app to turn off data sharing so your info doesn't get sold to third parties. The FDA has approved a blood test that will help identify signs of preeclampsia in pregnant women. Preeclampsia causes high blood pressure, and if it's not treated, it can lead to eclampsia, which causes seizures and sometimes even death. The blood test can determine if a woman who is already experiencing symptoms will develop a severe form of the disease. The test has been available in Europe for years and can tell with up to 96% accuracy who will not develop preeclampsia.
Spokane Indians put on a show in tonight's 4th of July game. Why the team could be turning things around next in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Subaru.
Welcome to Generation Gap.
Thursday.
What is Secretariat?
A secretary that's a woman?
Kelly Ripa hosts the comedy game show where nobody acts their age. Juniors and seniors work together to flex their pop culture knowledge for big prizes and bigger fun.
Who is this Mr.?
Mr. Rockstar?
Mr. T is going to be very upset with all of us.
New Generation Gap, Thursday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it. Crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it with Maverick.
Cure it with Maverick. Maverick cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Maverick stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Maverick with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C? Crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it with Maverick.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Maverick.
Ask your doctor about Maverick. AbbVie could help you save.
From the very beginning, we've been taught safety is very important. It's an act of love. When we're on the road, every action we take gets everyone to a safer place. Each of us can make a difference. Slow down. Ride sober. Get endorsed. Get training. Alone we are strong. Together we are stronger. And together we get there.
Open drug use outlawed in Spokane. But more than 100 arrests later, has anything changed? 4 News Now goes back on patrol with Spokane police. Will the new law ever make a difference? What our cameras caught in just a few short hours. Tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
Before we go into sports, a real athletic competition was happening in Coney Island today.
And today, the Nathan's Famous champion is Mickey Sudo.
I feel like she knew.
Of course she knew.
She kind of readjusted right before he said her name.
That's me.
Just before a rain delay, defending champion Mickey Sudo won the women's championship in the Nathan's Famous hot dog eating contest. She downed 39.5 hot dogs in just 10 minutes, nearly 7 more than the second place finisher.
Chestnut, 61 is going to be there.
On the men's side, reigning champ Joey Chestnut ate his way to victory once again, downing 62 hot dogs. Second place finisher was a distant 49 dogs.
Yeah, you know, my brother said Joey Chestnut's a greater athlete than Michael Jordan. I don't know about that, but there is nothing like hot dogs on the 4th of July. He's just a hot dog fan, guys. I don't know. Yeah. Well, welcome into sports. I'm Julian Minnesota. There's also nothing like baseball on the 4th of July, America's favorite pastime. And tonight, Spokane Indians, well, that game was proof of that. The Indians had their first sellout of the season for this Independence Day game. Nearly 7,000 people on hand to watch the team take on the Everett Aqua Sox. All right, the Indians hoping for fireworks on the field. Bottom of the first, Spokane trailing. Benny Montgomery goes oppo-boppo over the field in right. his 5th home run of the season. Now to the 3rd, infielder Ryan Ritter making his debut for the Indians. Makes the most of it. Goes off the wall with a double and left, and there are runners now on 2nd and 3rd. Next batter, check this out. The pitch will get away from the Everett catcher, and Raul Alcantara will come home, slide in, or walk in, I should say, and we're all tied up at 2. Montgomery would continue his monster day. That'll score Ritter, and the Indians take their first lead of the night. Now still in the 3rd. Check this out. It happened once already. Happens again. The pitch gets away from the catcher, Montgomery. Gunning home, he slides in and is safe. It was part of a 4-run inning for Spokane. Now the Indians would continue to pour it on in the 4th inning. Zach Kokoska hits one into right field. Sterling Thompson gets the green light to come home. He is safe, and the Indians needed all of those runs. Everett would make a late push, but it's not enough. The Indians hang on for the win 11-9. They're back to 500. Now, it's still early on in the second half of the season, so there's still a lot of time to make up some of the games that they lost earlier. These two teams are back at it 6:35 tomorrow night at Avista Stadium. The Seattle Mariners historically haven't played well on the 4th of July. Seattle has just 18 wins to 25 losses on Independence Day games. The Mariners were looking to change that trend against the San Francisco Giants this afternoon. Seattle got the scoring started in the 1st inning. Jared Kelenic doing the little things. Kelenic grounds to second base. That scores a run from 3rd as the Mariners take the early lead on the fielder's choice. Next inning, bases loaded this time for Seattle. Keaton Wynn throws a wild pitch to the backstop. Mike Ford, he's hustling home. He's a big fella, slides in. Ford beats the throw, and Seattle's rolling up 2-0. Then it's Ford again. This time he'll be at the plate. Ford had 4 hits on the day, including this towering home run. It's Ford's 7th home run of the season. He almost hit that one into McCovey Cove down there in the Bay. Then it's All-Star Julio Rodriguez, the newly named All-Star, and he'll deliver with runners on base. Julio doing Julio things as the Mariners, they cruise to a win. Haven't said that many times this season. 6-0 is the final. Seattle will try to sweep the Giants with a win tomorrow. First pitch of that game is at 6:05 p.m. there from Oracle Park. That'll wrap us up for sports. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
With savings this explosive, the extended 4th of July sale at Furniture Row is resulting in some very interesting reactions.
That's $300 off the dining set and 50% off the sofa. Yeah.
With $600 off the bedroom and $300 off the mattress, you are saving $900 today.
Whoa.
Plus, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, and 5 years, no interest. When you save this much, you'll be seeing fireworks too. But hurry, the extended 4th of July sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Friday night, July 7th, KXLY 4 News Now invites you to another fabulous Friday night fireworks show at Avista Stadium. It's all courtesy of Throw Your Earth. And don't forget to purchase your glow necklaces in the Spokane Indians team store. Your Spokane Indians play the Seattle Mariners affiliate, the Everett Aqua Sox. For tickets, go to SpokaneIndians.com. Friday, July 7th, another fabulous fireworks show at Avista Stadium presented by Throw Your Earth and KXLY 4 News Now.
ABC's World News Tonight.
And 4 News Now.
When the local story is national news.
When national stories hit home. Watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Wildfires can strike at any time. 4 News Now Fire Watch coverage keeps you safe on TV and on the go to protect your family.
Tracking the largest local wildfire.
Stay safe all fire season long on 4 News Now. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Hey.
It's been a night.
Hey, everybody.
I think Peter Troy was like one of the best things about this 4th of July, don't you think?
The headband. He had so much fun today. At least someone was out there having fun.